Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking. Friday. I should remember it's Friday. I almost missed the stream, guys. Sorry for the delay. Whew, my goodness. All throughout, as soon as I woke up like 5 a.m. It's 8 a.m. now my time. I was thinking it was Thursday. I almost went on a flight on VATSIM for recording. Thank goodness I didn't push through. And Mrs. Clumsy was like laughing at me because she didn't know that I didn't know. Thank you for joining. Glad you guys made it. I'm trying out something, the camera angles and the mic positioning, because I noticed in the last stream we had this similar camera angle, but my face was getting blocked by the mic so much. I'll try this a bit diagonal approach, but let me know if the audio is okay. Okay. Let me check first. Yes, the desk is good, kinda-ish. The monitor arm is fixed. The cables are everywhere, but I promised myself to fix the cables when I get a new GPU. So that's a good motivation to, yeah. But until then, I'll just leave them hanging all around. I'll share some pics later on. I did like a step-by-step of the monitor arm. And in the end, I didn't need a replacement. Remember, I'll tell the story later in full. But yeah, it's there now. It's a bit different looking. It's more professional and I like it. I have complete visibility on my monitors now. Very nice. Anyway, thank you for joining. Jay and Alex, first and second. Glad you guys made it. Glad you guys remembered it's Friday. Hey, Patrick. So was Jack streaming? Sorry, I missed it. My goodness. It was supposedly RAF day today and I completely missed it. I blame Twitch. I blame Jack. For me not knowing it was Friday at all. Calvin, Olo, how are you? Been doing any trucking recently? Hey, Mateus. Say hello to Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Please go MAN today. It's like you read my mind. Well, we'll try different trucks today. One of them will be MAN definitely. The first one. Hey bot, you are very early today. Thanks for joining. How's it been? Now we need to flip the camera to the right direction. Actually, I can. Yeah, maybe I can check you guys on that. What do you prefer? Because right now it's still mirrored, right? But I can actually unmirror it. But whenever I look left, so when I look left, this is how it looked like. That is left for me, and that is right. And I like this because when I move the camera in game, when the camera looks to the left, my face is facing the same way, that way, and the camera is going that way as well. When I unflip it, it's going to be like the camera is moving to the left, but my face is actually looking to the right like that. So it's a bit, I don't know which one you prefer. I got used to the mirror look, this one. But I know Squirrel and other people do it the normal way. So if you have a specific preference, let me know. We can try it. Like I can say... one second. If I unlock that... Yeah, because I basically flipped it. Oh, not that button. If I do a flip horizontal, then that one. Yeah. So when I look left now, that's left. So the camera would be looking to the left, but my face and your screen would be looking to the right. Is that fine with you? Does that make more sense? Right. Audio sounds good. Cable picture requested. Oh my goodness, the horror. Yeah, I'll include it. But I'll only share it with the subs and patrons. Hey Martin. How are you doing? Yeah, any preference from you guys? Mirrored or not? I'll test it both ways. Let's keep it this way for now, unmirrored. And you let me know if you prefer one or the other, okay? Let's start the game. So there is a silent trucking episode coming out later. And it's going to be this same truck. The MAN TGX Euro 6 with EVR sounds. And now I finally remembered to switch to the autumn mod. So in terms of mods, well, I show you first maybe. There you go. We remove the preview here. Okay. Been seeing backwards all these years. Yeah, actually I'm a bit weirded out now when I remove the mirror mode because my face is not fully symmetrical, right? Symmetrical, I remember the term now. Where's my camera? Here. Okay, so I remember the term now. And yeah, so my face is not fully symmetrical. So when I unmirror it, is that me? I look weird because I've been so used to the mirror angle, the mirrored camera. So alright. So in terms of mods, what do we have? Well, all the map mods remain the same. The main thing we have is this one, SFX MAN TGX Euro 6 460. All the mods from EVR, you can see it here. So we have the Premium, we have the Ford F-Max, and we have the MAN TGX. I didn't try the Actros yet because from the changelog, I think there were minimal changes from last time. And I kind of, if we compare the last time versus Krishboom's, I kind of prefer Krishboom's Actros sounds more. So I decided to focus on different trucks for EVR. Anyway, we have late autumn mod now. We have coffee and donuts. This seems to be pretty interesting. I just saw it in the Steam Workshop, and of course coffee, why not? Coffee trailers, coffee brands, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, and Starbucks I think might be included as well. And then you can, so there are trailers with those skins, and then there are actual cargo jobs that you take coffee, you take donuts, you take coffee equipment to other places. So it's a nice little add-on. Okay, but yeah, let's start with MAN. The thing is, the watch out that I can give you guys is the sounds. Don't enable everything at once, because at this point in 138, and yes, we're still in 138, the gear shifting sounds are the same, are common. So it will be applied to all trucks. And EVR sounds, he likes to include the shifting sounds as part of the package. So when you have this SFX MAN TGX, you use the shifting sounds for the MAN. And if you switch to a different truck with this mod enabled, you'll still be using the MAN shifting sounds. With 139, that has been fixed already. With 139, each truck has its own shifting sounds, gear shift sounds. So that's great. But at this point in 138, I would suggest whenever switching trucks, also remove the mod and place the one that you are driving with. So right now you can see all the other EVR sounds are disabled. Even the Ford F-Max truck itself is disabled, because last time when I tried the Ford F-Max truck from the Steam Workshop, it actually includes its own sounds and its own gear shifting sounds. And for the longest time, I've been looking, where the heck is that gear shifting sound coming from that's not default? And apparently it was coming from the Ford F-Max. So yeah, I removed that now. There you go. All right. Yes. So let's try it. I would like unmirrored. You know why? I would like unmirrored if we can work with that, because now you can finally see CG. I'm just waiting for the stream footage to, let me see. Let me go studio mode here. There it is. Now that shouldn't be CG anymore, right? I think. That shouldn't be inversed. The advantage of not going mirrored. Alright. Start it up. Hopefully it doesn't take 5 minutes, otherwise it's going to be loading simulator again. I've been having these issues though ever since. I think it has something to do with the map mods we have, that the GPS is oftentimes calculating. Normally it would only need to calculate if you change something significant in the mods, like remove a map, add trailers or something, but it seems to do that more often with these map mods. Almost every single time I load, actually. The GC Tequila. What is GC Tequila? Gran Cuervo? Hey, Geek Squad! Excited to get your yoke to fly in MSFS. That's amazing. You got the same one, right? The CH Eclipse. Did you use my link? With Amazon affiliate link? Where did you even find those symbols? Yeah, now it's CG. Cataclysm Trucking. Dr. Frankenstein is here with us. We are honored by his presence. Hey Blah, how's it going? How did the raft stream go, Alex? Sorry I couldn't join. Did you guys find anything new? Oh my goodness, it completely missed me. I completely missed it was Friday. I still couldn't. First time it happened to me actually. Normally I would know what day it is. Must be completely out of it. Right, there's the truck. You got to the top of the dome. Wow. Did you find more robots? Oh my, I hate those robots. And of course my Haytest skybox is loaded the first time. Yeah, we are still using NL. We are still using Project Next Gen textures. That's why you can see the ground is super crisp looking. And we are now in Autumn mod. A bit late to the party, but we're here. Right, let's go and start up the truck. Goosebumps. EVR crisp goodness. $1 billion. I think you're talking to the wrong guy. Should be asking Alex. An escape module? Like... Right, one sec. There we go. Alright. Should not be lagging anymore. Turned off the preview. NL is still a thing unofficially. Yeah. You need like NL, and then you need like a fix, and then you need like a fix of the fix for 138. With 139, I think it will still work because they didn't really do any changes in the graphics department. So we'll drive with this one, and then we'll switch later on. Where are we right now? I think we are somewhere. I think we're in Brussels, if I remember correctly. Whoa! Yeah, the map is intense. Let's have a look at the map. You guys have any preference where we go? Anyone want to use their points? 10,000 channel points to decide where we go today? We are currently in Antwerp. My friend lives here. I've never been here myself though. Why me? While you're waiting for the water block 3080 thing, maybe you can donate first. Iceland, there you go. As quick as that. Iceland it is. Iceland in the middle of the sea. Is this the sea? It's the ocean, isn't it? The Atlantic. Don't ask me why that is. Ask Beng and Jay. So yes, let's go to Iceland. Let's pass through the UK. Or do you guys want to pass through Germany, Denmark, Norway? Passing through UK seems to be promising. We can go via Rotterdam, Europort to Norwich. What the heck is up with those roads? Is that normal? Or do I have something wrong on my map? You only need one fix. I think I have two. Maybe that changed again. Northern city of Iceland. This one, the Bolungarvik through UK. Alright, let's do that. Let's find something along those lines. Even more of a pain to set up than it was already. Yes. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting those coffee thingies. So alright, let's start in Antwerp. Let's see where we can get. The farthest one we can go is Russia, Estonia. And of course, there is nothing that goes to Iceland. Because why would the game favor me that much? Let's see if you can get lucky. Rotterdam. Great Britain, Ireland. Why? Why nothing? Isn't it I for Iceland? Oh my goodness, I'm loving my monitor setup, guys. I can see the chat completely now. Before, do you see it? I have like a, what do you call this? This mic arm. So this kind of metal piece. And normally it would be blocking my view of the monitor a bit. So the chat would be a bit blocked. So I would have to like scooch my head around just to see it. Now I see it completely, almost 100%. I love it. I don't think it helps much with me catching up with chat though, but I'll do my best. Map background problem. It's a philosophy problem. Bengan does not agree with ProMods' concept of scaling. He does not agree with the proper that is the proper way to scale the map. So he follows the scaling that he believes is correct, and that's why there is that inconsistency. Thank you for joining, guys. Duffer and Stone Soup, thanks guys for joining. Sorry I'm a bit late. Hey Sim Game. Yes, it is a feature, not a bug at this point. Alright, let's check again. If we can't go to Iceland directly, we can at least go to the UK, hopefully. Some parts of it. Come on, give me something. Great Britain, Aberdeen. Yeah, that's close enough. And then we find our way north later on. Yes, and then we can go via Norwich. 26 tons of used packaging. Should not be impossible to carry. Nothing exciting with the cargo, but it's the best we can do with the destination we have. So let's take that. Nice, no more headset mic. Congrats. Which one did you end up buying? Did you get the one from Alex? Comes built in with car sounds from the highway. Have a good night, Calvin. Thanks for dropping by, man. Glad you made it to the stream at least. Also, let me know if it's lagging immensely. Shouldn't be getting 60 FPS, but it shouldn't be that far below. At least above 30, definitely. Hey Costa, hope you find the mods list useful. Let me know if you have questions. Car Sounds mic is limited edition, V8 powered. Oh yeah, you pay a premium to get those extra sounds. Antique mic. No, but actually, yeah, the sounds from Alex's mic is pretty nice. Whenever we do multiplayer, the quality is great. And I think that's a very affordable mic. Nothing fancy. Steam-powered mic. Yeah, it's Payware, unfortunately. Actually, the price is not the biggest block or challenge with EVR because it's only like 2 or 3 euros. I think everyone can afford it. Even if you're a student, you can probably save up €1 a day or even less. Let's say €1 a month at the very least. You'll be able to save up for it, no problem. I think more of a challenge is how you pay for it. Because right now, it's only accepting LickPay. LIQ Pay. So it's like PayPal for Ukraine. And it doesn't accept many kinds of payments, unlike PayPal, which is very flexible. So oftentimes people would not be able to access it, mainly because of that reason. So does it look weird when I look left like this and my head is looking to the right? Or is it fine with you guys? Let me know if it's weird and if you want me to switch back, okay? Otherwise, you keep it this way for now. Oh, we have to reroute. Use the ferry to cross the UK instead of train. Right. Good catch. Well, we are still picking up the job. Oh crap, but I might not make it there. Let's see. 6 minutes though? If you're in the city, then we should make it. Yeah, because time goes by slowly. I did see that the job would expire in an hour. But yeah, I don't think we're at risk of that. EVR sounds. You got the Mauno mic we're originally looking at. Came with everything. Arm, mic, shock mount, pop filter. Wow. That works. Yeah, I'm also starting to look into microphones just for a smaller form factor. Ideally, if you like, it wouldn't block the camera, it would help a lot. Right now, I have to really position it on a kind of awkward angle. But I'm not sure. I'm still looking around. It's not a huge priority, but a good thing to improve on. Oh yes, definitely agree. We'll switch to the Renault Premium later after this job. After we switch after we get to Aberdeen, I'll switch to a Renault Premium. Absolutely love that sound. I think that's my favorite. Compared with all the sounds that we've heard from EVR, the recent ones, the Renault Premium is definitely the crispest. The most crisp. You get my point. Yeah, really not expensive, but the payment. Actually, there are two challenges that I realize in EVR. One is the payment, how you pay, because lick pay is very limited. The price is not really a big thing. I think most of the people can save up for it eventually, even if you don't have like a steady income. If you really like it, it's easy to save up on it. But I think more of an issue would be the payment option, and number two is how do you download it. It's like Alex is having the hardest time downloading this. Doesn't register on his account and stuff, technical difficulties. So even if you manage to pay for it, you're not yet home free. You still have to wish that the system records your payment properly and you can download it and stuff like that. So your mileage may vary. If you do get a chance to get it though, oh my goodness, that sucks. That parking really sucks. If you do get lucky enough to get it, then you won't regret it one bit. Thanks, Stuffer. Hope it helps making a chill stream. Please, Skybox, change. No, I will not live with this Skybox. We have to use Touch Portal here for an easy typing experience. 22 maybe, Skybox 22. 23. Okay, 22 maybe. I want something with clouds. Forgot, I think it's 25 onwards. There we go. Something dramatic. Okay. Alright, let's reroute before I forget. Okay, yeah, it does take us towards the train, that's true. Good catch. So let's go via the Europort in Rotterdam. And we can actually skip a lot. Instead of going to Norwich, we can jump straight to Hull. You guys okay with that, or do you want to pass through Norwich? Because I think we would have an option. Actually, no, huh? No, actually, there is no port here. My bad. Yeah, it's really Hull that we're going to. Okay. We can also go to Amsterdam so that we go immediately to Newcastle, but I think this is good enough. Weather cheat. Cheater! I love that springy parking brake sound. Where is it anyway? Where would the parking brake be for this truck? You guys know? You'll probably have that ugly skybox again. Most likely that's true. I'm not seeing like the usual lever for parking brake. Down beside the seat. Ah, there it is. Yes, good catch. That's the one. Springy parking brake. I like. Okay. Man, love that engine sound. It's not overly loud if you have your windows closed, which is very realistic, but you do hear that growl and that constant revving, constantly climbing revs. Glad to see EVR is back. Welcome back to Parking Brake ASMR. Isn't that how they do it? It should be changing from left to right sides and everything. So let's talk GPUs, guys, because I am getting a huge craving. My craving for a new GPU is getting bigger and bigger, and I really want to get myself a 3080 now. What news have you gotten? Do you see availability in your areas? Do you have you heard any news in YouTube, rumors and whatnot? I heard something about the 20 gigabyte version getting cancelled or whatnot. Spill the beans. Any news on the big Navi? Christmas is coming soon, and I feel like I want a Christmas present in the form of a GPU. Very nice. I like the road network here in Brussels, in Belgium and in Amsterdam. Very exciting. Lots of happenings all throughout. It's very interesting, isn't it? The 20 gig hasn't even been released, hasn't even been announced, and now already the news is it's cancelled. Technically speaking, it shouldn't be cancelled if it hasn't even been released yet. So I guess. But yeah, it's a bit interesting, huh? Why do you think that is? If it's true, let's just go with the assumption that it's true, just for discussion purposes, that they had plans on releasing 20 gig version and then they cancelled it. Why do you think they cancelled it? I've seen a couple of videos with different theories. For you guys, what is the most believable rumor from your point of view? Rotterdam, this way. Not only is the 3080 not being available, you could barely find the 2070 Super for your brother. Everything's sold out. Oh wow. So maybe the 3080 the 30 series got people hyped enough to get a new card, and when they couldn't get the 3080, they settled for something lower, which is the 20 series. That might be a very reasonable thing, because now whenever I look for 3080 keyword in the local stores here, local online stores here in Singapore, the first results I would get is from like a 2080 Ti. Man. Now Rotterdam is here in the middle. Yes. Technically, they might have found the problem out, so they want to fix that. It does not pause caps. Jack would be screaming right now. They're just mean. Yeah, they want to hang the carrot and just pull it away every single time. Let's get some music in. First shot for the day. Man, which angle am I choosing? Everything looks nice. Let's choose one for the truck. And we'll just later. There it is. So the different rumors. The rumor that the 20 gigabyte, the bigger variants in terms of memory. Rumor is, yes, they were going to be released ideally end of the year. But now the latest rumor is they are cancelled. And the rumor of the rumor is that it's getting cancelled because of various reasons. One possible reason is because of limited availability of the GDDR6X memory, the memory that the VRAM that the 3080 uses. But then that wouldn't really substantiate why they would cancel also the 3070 16 gig, because they were also that's also been rumored to be released. So not really sure. That's one theory. I don't think it's likely. The other theory is, well, this might be more of my, like, it's not really a confirmed rumor, but maybe they got wind of how big Navi will perform and thought, well, it's nothing to be scared of. We can actually keep our existing line. No need for adjustments at this point. I don't know. You guys think that's plausible? You guys think that makes sense? What do you think is the most likely theory why they would not continue with those bigger variants? There are also others, but let me try and remember them first. There are 2 cards in Amazon.in, Galax and Zotac. MSI is out because of that overpricing problem. Yeah, true. In here, I've seen a couple available. I think it was the Gigabyte that was mainly quote-unquote available on pre-order, coming in 2 to 4 weeks, something like that. I'm very tempted to get one, but I don't know. Here, the prices are more or less standard retail prices. So here, the 3080 amounts to around 1,200 to 1,400 Singapore dollars. That's around, I don't know, 1,000 USD maybe, roughly speaking, which is actually pretty decent given all the, like, the, I don't know what you call it, import taxes and everything else, all the taxes and customs and whatnot. So oftentimes you would get a more bloated price when it gets here. Heard that Nvidia is switching to 7nm TSMC and going away from... Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, that's what I heard as well. So maybe that's why they're not going for the 20 gig, because they'll jump to that 7nm and maybe then include the 20 gig variant there. Maybe. But I guess that would take a while. Earliest that would release is probably next year, the 7nm variants. Yeah, that's a very good reason. I think that's the most plausible one. Makes a lot of sense. Also, you notice the red poles there? Red light poles. That is because of Project Next Gen. It's using some poles textures that are outdated and the game cannot use anymore. And what I had to do was delete some of those manually. So if you look at the console, there would be like this one. Yeah, I know, so many errors. Welcome to my profile. This one, model lamp textures doors. This one. So I have to find that in the Project Next Gen textures, and then I have to delete that so that Project Next Gen doesn't overwrite them, which is unfortunate because I mean this picture would have looked very nice otherwise. Look at all those intertwining roads, so good. But then again, the red one kind of gives it an accent, so it's not too bad. Initially, when I saw it, I thought Belgium just had like a themed light pole. They like their poles red or something. not much availability in Canada's site. Here in Singapore at least, I think the 20 series is very much in supply. But it's kind of, I don't want to go to a 20 series as much as possible because I know I'll regret it when the 30 series finally comes out. So if possible, I'd rather wait for a 30 series and jump straight to that one. Otherwise, I'd feel really bad when they do arrive. But then again, if you don't have a video card right now, what else can you go with, right? Might as well have something rather than nothing at all. Happy with your graphics card at the moment, yeah. Those with 2080 Ti don't really need to worry that much yet. I think you're more likely to be CPU bottleneck than GPU with that kind of rig. If the 2080 Ti's start getting discounted, I might think of getting one. But at this point, I'm checking the prices. Not really going down yet. I think they will only go down when the actual 3080s have come into supply. Which makes a lot of sense. Engine brake. Barely have to step on the brakes at all. Oh, come on. Oh crap, the line was way back there. Why? Why would you put the line so far away? It's still a ramp here. Thank goodness I'm into automatic. Hey Sky, how are you? Glad you could join today. I heard the issues with US to Canada import. Or was it the other way around? I think in my work, so we support a business that ships internationally, and they say when they ship to Canada, there's no hope of getting it back, something along those lines. Because normally, like, you try to restock, right? So you, for example, have a plant in the US, a production site in the US, and you ship stuff to the Canada distribution centers, but then sometimes you overship. So you have too much stock in Canada and you want to send them back to the US. No taking back. So I guess the Canada to US is a bit more strict in that sense. US to Canada might be the easier one. Touch move, basically. Very nice engine sounds. I'm loving it. You have GPU bottleneck. Still a GPU bottleneck? Oh wow. Which game would that be? Well, I guess that would make sense with 4K. That's true. Yeah, I think with the 2080 Ti, 4K gaming is still not as smooth as it can be. That can only be introduced with the 3080. Good morning, Stinky Llama. It's been a while. How have you been? How are things going there? Very bouncy MAN. Crysis takes like 11 gig. Crysis, this is still the winner. Can it run Crysis? That's still the thing. 2080 Ti selling for less than $600. Wow. That sounds shady. Maybe it doesn't come with the fans or something like that. Maybe it's the 2080 Ti that Steve from Gamers Nexus disassembled. Oh crap, we're in England. Almost forgot. Stay on the left. Normally there would be a sign there, right? As you leave the port. Drive on the left, something along those lines. PLDT decided to fix your internet after numerous reports you've done. Goodness, 50 kbps. Dial-up days. Thank goodness it's fixed now. Yeah, it must be pretty frustrating, huh? With the lockdowns and everything. And having a not stable internet connection would be totally infuriating. Crisis came out with the remastered edition. Ah, yes, you're right. I did see that. I think Linus Tech Tips had a feature of that and it showed up in my feed. All is well. Yes, doing good here. Doing pretty good here in SG. I'm liking the status of things. We can actually go out whenever we want now. Tomorrow we have a date planned, me and Mrs. Clumsy. We still don't go out most of the time, but we can. There's just not much reason to at this point. But we're craving for some Korean noodles because of all the K-dramas we've been watching. And we want to taste it for ourselves because the K-dramas we've been watching, they all like that, like black noodles thing, like jjajangmyeon or something along the name. We've never had it. It's not very famous here in Singapore, even in the Korean restaurants. But we found one that serves it. So we want to try it out and taste how it really, see how it really tastes like. Why all the people like that as their like comfort food. Oh, looking nice. I love that bridge. Super frustrating, I can only imagine. Will it run MSFS? Yes. That's true. And with MSFS, it's even trickier. You can't just plop down a 3080, even a 3090, and hope that it goes beyond 60. You have to do some fine-tuning because there are a lot of CPU intensive, CPU unoptimized stuff. So you have to remove all of those so you can maximize your GPU. On your laptop, you can run MSFS really well. That's great. $4K need a stronger GPU. Second, I remember in the UK, if you're going to the opposite side, you have to indicate. I'll try to block both lanes here so that the cars won't even think of getting in my way. Like that. A15. Anyone familiar with this place? Looks very nice. Looks very ProMod-ish. If you want to record the stream and play it. Ah, I see. X265 with good quality and low file size. Nice. And then that saves as an MKVV file. Cool. Ideally, NVENC shouldn't hit performance much, right? Does it? Because the concept behind it should be it's using those, oh, I don't know the technical term, but it's using that part of the GPU that doesn't get used normally anyway, that's reserved for the encoding. So does it have a huge impact on FPS still? Killing moments in 2020. Indeed. Yeah, 2020 is... Yeah, if people could like write it off, that would be the ideal option. It'll burn your laptop. High graphics settings. Yeah, that's a very... Oh yeah, because that's a fairly powerful laptop, right? That's the new one you got. What did it have again? And did it have a 2070 Super or something? There you are, RTX 2070. Didn't you get that for your birthday? Ah, I see. Invink was not made for 4K. I see. Interesting. My goodness, guys, I almost missed the stream today, as I was telling you a while ago. I woke up 5 a.m, checked my phone, replied to the comments, looked for the latest news in Flight Sim, and after warming up, brewed a cup of coffee, chilling, booting up, and then I was looking at FlatSim, which controllers were online, what flight will I be doing. I set up my yoke, my rudder pedals, everything was good. I loaded up Flight Sim, and then Mrs. Clumsy woke up and she was requesting to watch a K-pop video. We're really into a certain K-pop band these days, and so we watched, which was a blessing in disguise. Otherwise I would have flown already and I would have been in mid-air by the time 8 o'clock hit, and then I would have had no idea I should have been streaming. The entire time I was thinking it was Thursday, weirdly enough. Weird. My brain was getting tired. Where are we turning here? To the right at the end. Newcastle. Yes, she did. She probably thought why I thought her request was weird. Come on, you can do it. It's a bit heavy, huh? If we're having a hard time pulling this on a highway like this, how much more will we have trouble later on? 12% damage on the trailer. Goodness, this guy has been through a lot, huh? It is, Tinkliyama, it is. We are armies now. Does anyone know what that is? Oh goodness. I have fallen into the quicksand. Air suspension animation. You mean like the cabin shaking? Yeah, I still have Momo's what do you call it? Momo's air cabin suspension A3 or something along those lines. I really like it. The bounce on the cabin is very nice. Runs better on your laptop than your desktop. I see. Yeah, storage will be a problem. So yes, every day I am hoping for a 3080 popping up in the stores. Every day I look for it, but nothing has changed so far in the past few weeks. Who knows when that will happen. NPA. Please no. Armies is fine, but NPA not. Yeah, we're getting so much like merchandise and all the goodies that you can buy that are BTS related. So for those who are not familiar, BTS is this very famous group nowadays, K-pop boy band kind of thing, and they're getting famous worldwide, not only in Korea. And so we got exposed to them as well. And normally I wouldn't like give it a second look. Not really a fan of K-pop nor boy bands, but this group is quite different. They're very, how do you say, down to earth. and they're very like real people who've been through quite some challenges. So very inspirational, not just like the cutesy kind of appeal, you know, there's like a story behind it. And I love how their stories are so deep, their songs are so deep. They're like, each of their songs has a very deep meaning. So I always like ask Mrs. Clumsy, oh, this song. So it has a very good beat to it, but at the same time, the message of the song is very nice. It's not just for the sake of making good music that you can like bob your head around to. It's very inspirational and very uplifting, especially for these trying times. That's why I think even more people are flocking to them now. Something completely unexpected. When Mrs. Clumsy first started liking them, I was like, okay, yeah, that's good to see that you are enjoying something. And then of course I was getting exposed by osmosis because she was watching and I could hear it. So I was, for example, driving or flying like this, and she would be on her phone or on my back, and she would just be watching the videos. So the songs would start to get embedded in my ears. It was like, after a while, I didn't know it was, I'm not sure if this is a global term, the LSS, last song syndrome. So you kind of, it sticks to your head and you kind of start humming it. And eventually it would be like, I started looking for it, you know? And when she would invite me to watch some, I don't know, concerts or some features, some new videos, I'd be okay, just to make it like a couple activity. And then they call it a quicksand because apparently it figuratively quite actually is. Once you get into it, you really start sinking down the quicksand very fast and getting exposed to all this. Very interesting. Get 23090s. Oh yeah, SLI setup, why not? Good luck finding one. Much more too. Discovery Season 3, enjoy. How many episodes are there? I can probably get back to that in a few weeks. Hey Raggy, thanks for joining, man. No worries. No pressure at all, you've done more than enough. Thanks for making it. Great to hear I'm not alone, Stinklam. Especially for the guys. Of course, being a boy band, most of the fans are ladies, are women, but there are some like guy fans as well. Not plenty though. Only one episode is out? Oh crap. I hate that Netflix is also going that route now, that weekly or periodic release of episodes. I kind of like more when you could really do binge watching, that they would release the full season. I hate having those cliffhangers. What is that? Looks like a tail of a plane. Or like a statue with like wings like that. Interesting. Star Trek was always a weekly episode. Thank goodness I didn't catch that. By the time I watched it, the seasons were done. Yeah, right now I'm avoiding all of those series which have weekly episodes. I like to watch them when it's finished, because I would get very frustrated. They are very good at these cliffhangers. At the end of the episode, you feel like the world is ending and you really want to know what happened next, but you can't. Oftentimes with shows that have all the seasons out, the episodes out, even if you have a cliffhanger like that, it would be so easy just to watch the next episode. Watch the first few minutes, just see what happened. Okay, it's all good. The main guy didn't die. Okay, I can delay it for next time. But yeah, so I have like a lot of K-dramas lined up. There are some very nice new ones. but they all have this weekly episode thing, so I just put them in the list for now. Something for me and Mrs. Clumsy to watch when they are finished, like probably in 16 weeks or so. Cliffhanger, the immersive wanting, yeah, they're really good at that. There are some shows that are so good at that, it's frustrating. But yeah, I get what you mean. It does have its appeal. I just have a very low EQ, very low emotional intelligence. I cannot wait that long. It'll drive me mad. Stick to 80 here. Yeah, that kind of sounded a bit different. Yes, I did finish Season 2. Very nice ending. Season 3 looks to be pretty interesting. Very different from the previous ones. Truck Life on Steam. I saw somewhere this ETS2 like game, but was Chinese. Before, I think someone posted a video on it, shared it in Discord. That might be the same thing. How is it? Oh yeah, I'm very close to those railings. Yeah. Enjoy, Jay. No worries. Nothing much happened. Truck life. I have my doubts. It has potential. I'll have a look, but not very optimistic. But then again, I'm usually like this for new stuff. Meat Eater? What is Meat Eater? So that's the one? That's a Chinese one? Chinese truck sim? Parking 200 yards ahead. Nice attention to detail that with that signage. That's the one indeed. Yeah, I guess it was okay. Scotland indeed. It's just seeing the sign. £15 for UK peeps. Yeah. Let's keep an eye on it if it progresses. Slow down please, thank you. So how about you guys? Any plans on upgrading anytime this year? Upgrading any part of your rig? Getting a new laptop? Getting a new monitor? One second. Oh, no. I was reaching for my retarder there. The tumbler got in the way. I have to still optimize this new desk space. The layout is quite different now. There it is. That was close indeed. Almost clumsy trucking there. Thankfully no one was on the opposite lane. Sure thing, Raggy. Enjoy. There you go. Thanks, Alex. Anything new you've seen in the trucking world? Oh yeah, I've watched a part of that SCS live stream where they featured Patrick, the map DLC head, I think his title is, employee of SES. And then they also featured a bit of Colorado. Very, very nice. Looks very promising. That mountain pass that they were going through, oh, beautiful. And I was really impressed with how it looked, and in particular how they managed the elevation and the bends so that there would not be a problem with the pop-ins. Like, you know how when looking far away, the mountains, the trees start popping up out of nowhere. In this way, they added so many bends in the roads that you don't really see that far ahead. So that prevents the pop-in issue, because they wouldn't have to render something that far away, because that it would only be able to see until the end of that bend. Very nice illusion that they've put in. Very nice workaround. Very natural. And I guess that's also how the real thing looks like in real life. That area. It looks like it is getting very close to release, so I think a 139 release, like maybe a day, a week, a few weeks after 139 goes public, we should be seeing Colorado. Interestingly enough, we don't get as many features in Iberia. It's like it was this way back when Idaho was coming out, getting a lot of Idaho related content. Iberia was minimal, and now Colorado is starting to build up, and Iberia is still quite minimal. Only a few blog posts here and there. Iberia must be massive, huh? First you didn't like Flight Sim, but after you got MSFS you're liking it now. Yeah, it's a very good entry point. Minus the bugs. It's a really good entry point because it has great graphics, very immersive, very state-of-the-art. Quite user-friendly in some ways. But yeah, still quite raw. But yeah, it really got a lot of people into Flight Sim, which is great. The biggest thing you took from SES stream was don't drive at 100 mph. I didn't see that part. I don't think I reached that part. Did he flip over or something? Sleepy truck? You can't buy and build a rig for a while because you're earning your first ever bike. High CC bike, 900cc. Wow, congrats. That will be pretty handy. Nice, Raggy. Glad you joined the Discord. Patrick got caught driving at 98 miles per hour. Oh, like in real life? Yikes. Speeding ticket for a tourist. Oh my goodness. Yep. I have tried FS Economy. Have a few videos on that. I have since moved to On Air though. Much better experience for me, although it is a paid service. But yeah, On Air is a much more immersive and complete career mode for Flight Sim in my opinion. Speaking of On Air, we have a virtual airline now. I was able to save up enough to start that. So if you have On Air, and if you are on the Thunder World, feel free to join the VA. More details in the Discord. Flight Sim VA channel. While researching Colorado, he inadvertently researched speed limits as well, huh? So he was able to prove that speed limits are a thing, not just decoration. Pretty handy and pretty scary. Oh, I can imagine. I think I've only been in a motorcycle once. Actually, it's not even a motorcycle, more like a scooter. And I wasn't even the one driving. Very sharp bend. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a roundabout apparently. There is quite a learning curve on air. Yeah, initially I was not a fan either. When I saw it, I was like, something different from FS Economy. I'll stick with FS Economy. And then somehow I gave it a chance because I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. And when I really dug into it, I realized how much better it could be. And now I'm completely hooked. Cabin suspension animation. It's very nice, especially on this truck. The other trucks are not as bobbly, I think. Turn right on red, you must give way to traffic. That's a story we can all relate to, I think, right? He must have had words with the AI, the person responsible for AI, afterwards. Make your AI better. Quite interesting his story though, isn't it? Started working at the age of 16. Started working for SES while he was still studying. He started out as a modder and he got approached by Pavel himself because back then SES was still a small company. So because of his modding and his involvement in the community, I think Pavel reached out to him and offered him a job. Quite nice. And he's been working for SES for like 10 years now, isn't it? And he's the lead. He's the guy behind Colorado, which is coming. He's the guy behind Washington as well. My favorite DLC in ATS. So yeah, he sure knows his stuff. Very nice. I like this idea from SES, having this feature for their staff, so you can really see the people behind, see how they look, get a feel for how they do their work, how they are outside of work. It's just nice, getting to know more about the company who we all enjoy their games with. Quite a nice experience. A good idea, whoever came up with that. I still have to watch Sizzle's one. Sizzle also had that feature. Oh, beautiful bridge. Let's take a photo here. There. Have they had a feature yet for the lead audio engineer, the lead audio guy? I can imagine a lot of questions will come up when he goes live. I hope people will be courteous enough. In hiding. That's what it seems to me like. Like they're trying to postpone that until they improve the sounds or something. Who do they have on so far? Patrick is the most recent. Sizzle was the previous one. I think they had Nemiro as well. Nemiro is the guy I coordinate with. He's the media guy. So whenever I coordinate with SES for press-related concerns, it would be Nemiro who I would be talking with. Although I think it changed recently. There was a different guy before. Unfortunately, he's not with the company anymore. But yeah, I have to watch those two, so I get to know them better. It's quite nice having this kind of like backstory, knowing more about the people you're working with. Hey Reza. Thank you. Yes, I am using quite a number of mods. Mods list would help. Exclamation point mods in chat. And look for the graphics section. This would show the mods that I'm using right now, but you'll have to study it yourself. It can be quite complicated. Mix and match, trial and error. Speeding a bit here, just bleeding off the speed. There you go. 95 should be good enough. Forgot to signal. It's a very small roundabout. Oh. There it is. I've been looking at the 139 forum thread. Surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, I didn't find much in there. Like normally when an open beta comes out, people would be, the active members in the community would be crazy in testing it. There would be so many discussions. And every day, if I would check on that thread every day, there would be like 5, 10, 15 new pages of discussions. Here, and specifically for 139 ETS2 beta, I think I left it at page 17. I didn't check for at least 3 days, and when I got back, it was only up to page 22. So there have not been much discussions. There haven't been many discussions. Interestingly, I guess that kind of proves or kind of shows that there is not much new things. There are not much new things to test. So not as many things to discuss about. I guess the low beds, the low loaders are the main thing. Kale, you can only talk about it so much. And sounds, which are probably more in the modding department. But yeah, didn't really see much activity in there. Was a bit surprised. I was expecting to have to read through a lot of pages, to back read through a lot of activities to get up to speed with the latest developments. But yeah, didn't have to. For ATS, I was not able to check, but I would imagine it would be similar. Ooh, it's raining. We'll switch to the Renault Premium after this. We'll try for a more ASMR-ish experience. Did I just get disconnected from chat? Or did I just get connected again? I think there is something wrong with chat. I think it got cut off, at least on my end. I'm also not seeing anything in the chat room. Maybe you guys are trying to reach out to me via Discord. Chat is broken. Yeah, I just got a message saying welcome to the chat room. Haven't I been in the chat room for the past hour or so? Okay, but it looks like it's back again. Oh, chat died also. Yeah, even the one on the screen, huh? Interestingly. Okay, so can you guys hear me now? Is everything okay now? Except for the pop-up chat on screen? Weird. I wonder if that's Twitch or if that's my OBS active on up again. Hey NL. Glad you made it, man. Okay, you can hear me. Great. I think so too. I think so too. It got a bit too relaxing. Pop-up chat disappeared. Okay. Let's leave it at that for now. I guess it's because of the rain as well. The rain adds to the sleepiness factor. Why is it so nice to sleep in when it's raining? Huh? You get that additional mellowing vibe. Yeah, it's quite realistic, isn't it? Quite nice. I like it. So yes, with not a lot of activity in 139, usually that would only happen when the version is almost coming close to release. Like when a new public beta comes out, normally the thread would be so wild in the beginning because of all the issues, all the complaints, all the good things, to be fair. So all the activities. And then as those bugs get ironed out, as the features get locked in, as people come into as the people realize and it starts sinking in that this change is going to happen, people start accepting it, then the activity dies down, and eventually in the public beta threads the discussions would go very slow right before a version gets fully released. So it does feel that way now, and I'm not sure if it's just no activity or it's no activity because there's nothing left to iron out. It is a fairly small update this time, 139 in my opinion. Not many things have changed, so I think minimal adjustments necessary. Few incremental updates. I guess the biggest one would be the new trailers and the new launch pad. And I still don't know what the new launch pad is for. Has anyone gotten wind of it? Anyone seen, heard, think? Oh, yeah. That was the rain physics at work. You can see how hard I was stepping on the pedal and I was still sliding over. I forgot that the rain physics is a thing now. Quite interesting. Didn't get any penalty though. It was just a slight nudge. I'll take it. Cloudy weather in the Philippines, is raining scene on ETS2. Makes you want to sleep 8 more hours. Sounds like a good plan. The sound is comforting. The rain, you mean? Yeah, agree. Plus it's colder. And in tropical countries, you need all the cold you can take. It's been raining for the last 14 hours. Goodness, no sleep? Yikes. Hang tight. Must be all the RGBs keeping you awake. Did you guys see that palette Game Rock 3080? I think it's the name. Oh my goodness, the most RGB I've seen ever. Literally, the entire face, the entire front of the GPU is filled with RGB. And it's the rainbowy RGB, like RGB, that works. I guess you can change that somehow, I hope. Because even if that was the only only 3080 that's available, I would probably take a second look before I buy it. It's not to my liking so much. The RGB has not been always I've not been a fan. Although I understand it can really improve the aesthetics if you do it in a very classy way. But yeah, normally that level of RGB stuff, it's too much for me. We're here. Not in Iceland yet, but a bit closer. Now I'm not sure anymore. Because ideally I would like to switch to a Renault Premium. But we are going to Iceland, so we will need a bit more power. Roll my windows down here. Get wet a bit so I can see what's happening behind. One second now. Get back to chatting a bit. That should be okay. Easy peasy. RGB pausing to K-pop. Oh, that would be nice. Maybe I can get behind that then. Cool. Renault Premium in Iceland. Let's do it. This is the Renault Premium. Well, such is the life of a modded profile. Doggo inside seat? Oh, in the truck, yeah. Yes, I get you now. Alright, well, we'll have to switch trucks anyway here. I'm just not sure if it's saved. I hope so. Boy with love, why not? Schumi is the version I like. Load that up here. That's the one I want. That's the one I'm using. Air-Ride A3 by Momo. Yes, it did. It did crash. No Renault Magnum, please no. Only Renault Premium or Renault Range T. No Renault Magnum. The game doesn't like the truck. Yeah. What more if I chose a Craft Deco? Missing mod. Ah yeah, because I removed it. There. That one exactly. 1 second, guys. Now I imagine we'll have to wait like 5 minutes again for this thing. Yeah. We have had some troubleshooting streams before because of all the crashes we've been getting. You demand love for Magnum. Not going to get it from me. Wow, that's actually fast. No jobs? Okay, no jobs, good. So it looks like it did autosave. Nice. Let's try that again. This can be a bit tricky. How do we manage this? Loading screen is different. I think it's because of Naturalux. Farmer's Dynasty. Not me, unfortunately. Alright, what I can do, I can load that up and then I can do a force economy reset. I'm guessing it's one of those trailers that's bugging out. Probably the trailer that the guy is hauling is causing the crash. So I either can wait it off until he finishes with that trailer or just do like an economy reset and hope that it works. Let's see. Hey Brian, thanks for joining. Yeah, not a very friendly time with this massive loading thing. Just like Farm Sim. It does sound familiar. I have not played Farm Sim in the longest time. Ever since SnowRunner came out. Right, so what do? We can wait a little maybe. Save it here. So I'll save it here. There. And then what we can do is maybe wait for a bit. Set the time to, what time is it? 1 p.m. So let's put that to 6 a.m. just to fast forward things. So now it should be 6 a.m. Now we can try again if the guy is finished with the job already. Well, I can just buy a new truck. Worst case. So one last thing I can try is a force economy reset. And then I can, if it still doesn't work, then I'll just buy a new truck. This is even on an SSD. Yes, this is SSD. Renault! My goodness. No, we're not going with the Magnum. It's not compatible with the EVR sounds. Let's make that the reason. But at least we can admire these splash screens more, I guess. What country is that? Clumsy Geek Presents is blocking the thing. Has anyone heard from Kirill? I've had some people asking about Naturalux again. Also, I seem to be getting a lot more activity in Tourist Bus Simulator. My old videos of Tourist Bus Simulator are getting a lot of comments. Well, a lot more than usual. I'm thinking if there was like an update recently and people are starting to get into it. Guys heard anything? Let's do a force economy reset. And then load it up. Slovenia, that was Slovenia? Ah. So you want a Magnum with default SCS sounds? No thank you. The truck itself is a bit of a challenge already for me. But add on top the default sounds, I don't think I can survive 5 minutes with that. Now the problem is with the economy reset, now it really will do a recalculate of the GPS. So this will take a couple of minutes. Is Naturalux demanding? Not really. If your GPU has enough VRAM for it, then it shouldn't impact your performance at all. The only time it will cause an impact is if your video card cannot handle the skybox. Like, it needs to store that big skybox in its memory, and if your video card's memory is not enough to handle that, then it will slow down. But yeah, the only way to really know is test it out. Just make sure to follow all the steps. There are so many of them. There is an installation article about it, and then you'll have to apply the unofficial 138 fix because it's not officially supported anymore in 138, 139. Licensing problems. Oh, I see. Thanks for following, welcome to the channel, and feel free to say hi in chat. You have to deal with stock sounds because you play MP. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I stay away from MP. I really hope an MP comes with mod support. Something like FarmSim or SnowRunner, where you can have mods as many as you want, whichever you want, and as long as the other players in the server have the same mods, then it's fine. Highlighting. Yeah, maybe he has too many points already. I would definitely recommend FarmSim if you're looking for something. Cattle and Crops I think is also releasing soon if it hasn't yet. You can also take a look at that. I'm not sure how far it's gone. It was a bit promising before, but I think it was a bit rocky in the development, but now with the full release maybe that's better. Okay, here we go. Last chance. It does still look the same. Yeah, we'll buy a new truck. Lots of mod support, not much for Farmer's Dynasty. It's so bad the game didn't even finish hanging anymore. There you go. Let me have a look at the game log. What's it finding as the cause of the issue? Let's have a look. Game log. Shoosh. Failed to open. Chronomegaliner I think is the problem. The paint job. Yeah, I think that's the main one. Do I have to remove it? I guess I could. That's one more theory we can go with, so I don't have to buy a new truck. Now it's become a full-on troubleshooting stream, guys. Yeah, most likely. The Volvo... What is that? Okay. Chronomegaliner. I think I will remove all these skins. Actually, you know what? Just delete all of those Chronomegaliner ones. I'll enable that at some time again in the future. Oh, it's out already. Great. They gave me press access to that one, but there was a technical problem and I couldn't reach them. So I ended up not trying it anymore. How are the reviews in Steam coming like? Good mod support. Yeah, it was very promising. It started out as a Kickstarter. And then now it's fully released. It's nice. But I haven't tried it myself. Well, one of the rumors, not confirmed in any way, is for 139 they changed the launchpad. Some people are saying it might be because they're planning to release an MP, official MP. I hope that's the case. Alright, how does it look now? It still looks the same, I think. Ah, it works. It works. It was the Chronomegaliner that was crashing it. Good. Looking at the log helps. Alright. Renault Premium, let's get the biggest one. The XI11460 Euro 5 fan running, and it's a manual shifter. Oh, I forgot to put in the manual shifter. There's a separate manual shifter sound. I don't think I have that, so we'll go with automatic this time. That's fine. I think I'll need it automatic anyway. Ooh, looks so fancy. Love this interior. Very, very minimalistic. Very functional look. Let's go with that. Try view. The swap will take 148 hours. You guys see? Yar, Jack! Did you join Scotsman in Amsterdam? Sorry I couldn't drop by a while ago. I forgot it was Friday. I was telling the guys about it. My goodness. Were you streaming? Twitch didn't notify me at all. October 15. Ah, just last week. Nice. Alex tells me you guys reached the top of the dome. More rap. Just yeah, I came up with an elaborate story just to avoid playing with you guys. Did it work? There we go. We'll have to save here and look for a job first, going to Iceland before we go. So we start in Aberdeen or somewhere in this area. Let's look at Aberdeen first. Iceland. That goes to the south though, which is not bad. That's the more scenic route. But that one is what we're looking for, like, right? Dry milk. Bolungarvik. Perfect. Thank you, game economy. Go to Aberdeen. I know how it is. Goodness. Let's let that guy pass because I have a feeling if I teleport in, my trailer will smack him in the face. Cheating! Dang it. Alright. Oh, I would have wanted that one. Ground coffee, barista supplies. Oh, I like that mod. Oh well, we'll get it next time. Here we go. Hear the engine. Nothing crisper than that. Beautiful. I don't like it. The engine sound itself, I think it's okay, it's good. Maybe Krishboom has it better at times, the actual engine revving. The step, the engine roaring more and more as you get into the higher revs. I think Krishboom's in the Z mod has a bit more variety in there. But everything else, all the interiors, getting goosebumps right now. The actual purr of the engine as it's in idle. Super crisp. Goodness, I absolutely love this. And the shifting sounds, bit different with automatic transmission. Nice. Thank you for joining. Hey Dusty, welcome to the stream. Oh, that's great. What were you watching on YouTube? God, you caught me live. Yeah, it's nice. That integration with Twitch, YouTube Twitch is kind of useful at times. It's nice that they have that. One sec, guys. Let me just park this thing. Bit off. I think I can manage it if I can. Bit too much. Let's make it pretty. There we go. Love the crispness of this truck. Oops. I'll close that later. But it's a Renault! A Renault! But it's not a Kraftwerk. It's not a Magnum. That's the key. Crispy. Yums. DD8V71 for ATS. Is that the one on the Mac R? Oh, why did it change? Where are we going? Where am I following this guy? Okay, fine. Well, I can also go here on the right. Let's go through that way. FS 2020 VATSIM on-air stuff. Oh, cool. You're also new to VATSIM. That's great, man. Have you done your first few flights already? How was the experience? I'm still getting nervous even now. I was telling the guys a while ago, I forgot it was Friday. So I was planning to record a video for Flight Sim, a VATSIM flight, because I thought it was Thursday. And thankfully, it was a blessing in disguise that I hesitated because of VATSIM. You know, I have to like load it up, get some courage. I have a lot of delaying tactics. And eventually it got delayed so much to the point when I realized it was Friday. If I didn't have that nervousness, I would have just jumped in and I would be in the middle of the flight when I was supposed to be streaming. That would have been a disaster. What flavor Magnum? I like Magnum too. What flavors do you have over there? I'm wondering if they have like different flavors per country. I think in Japan they have cherry blossom flavor, something unique, or green tea, something like that, something Japanese. Man, the best thing here in this truck are the blinker sounds, I think. The blinker sounds and the indicators. Goosebumps again. ASMR, definitely. 2 or 3. Congrats, man. Yeah, that's true, Dusty. It kind of depends on the controller, I found out. There are some controllers who sound very friendly, sound very accommodating and courteous. And speaking with those guys, I don't have a problem at all. Like, it takes me minimal time to muster up courage and talk to them. But there are some who are like very much in a rush, who seem like they're not very entertaining of newbies, and who seem like they are in the scolding mood. Those are the guys who I'm scared of, and I kind of like I really double back before I do anything before I speak to them. I've encountered different types of controllers as well, so I'm kind of starting to realize that. K100E or FLB? If it's FLB, that's the one. That's Jack's favorite. DD8V71. Matcha flavor, yeah, that's the one. I think there is. Matcha outside, so it's green, but inside it's still chocolate or something like that, or still vanilla. I can't remember. Trying to figure out which one is the engine brake on and off. This is probably the one, because if I leave it on, yeah, you hear that kind of thing. I'm trying to think of the LNB. Fuso for life. B. I can't say it, but you get what I mean? Don't mock the Fuso. No wonder you like the FLB so much. Now it all makes sense. Whee! It's your favorite to Freightliner FLB. Nice. It's been a while since I've driven it. Ever since the K100 came out, I think I've been going to the K100 instead. Because they're both cab overs, right? And ever since I discovered Z-Mods, the Detroit Diesel Series 60 sounds. Have you guys been checking the forums if people have discovered how to make the sound mods compatible with 139? I think I'll have to study that myself, because Z-Mod doesn't seem like he is active at the moment. So I'm expecting we will have to manually adjust his mod to make that work with 139 when it releases. I saw last time I checked the Steam Workshop, his mods, like the DD Series 60, he was not replying, so I think he was busy with work or something. The landscape looks so scenic. I would definitely agree. It's so nice driving in these areas. Scotland looks beautiful. FLB with DD60 can't be beaten. Oh yeah, right. That's also compatible with the DD60 series. That's true. JTS. Well, thank goodness we have Project Japan. As close as we can get for now. Alex is a huge fan of that. Oh my goodness. Dang it. It's actually a cop waiting for me at the back. Good old Fuso, Hino, and Nissan Diesel. Hino is the one with the H, right? Like the Batman logo, the curved H. Oh, I haven't shown Jack yet. Jack, look at this. I got a new mug. Do you see it? It actually says CG now. Magic. Hey, Octavian. Glad you made it, man. How are you? What Blan named our raft? The raft has a name now? What's the name? No, unsub. No more Ichi. Bye. I think I've caught up with chat. Alright, thank you. Interior looks good. See? Some people regular, no? I like it. It's like a perfect work truck. Nothing fancy. Oh, I missed something though. The interior I chose is the manual one. You see the shifter there. But I am currently using an automatic transmission in the settings. And I also am using the automatic gear shifting sounds from EVR. Because he has a separate file for manual shifting. For a manual shifter sound. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just not look there. So it's not that obvious. Magnum would be better. Magnum gang. Why do you guys like the Magnum so much? I hate it. Absolutely hate how it looks. Ugliest truck in my opinion. Puts a whole new bad meaning to box type. Autumn is here. Actually, winter is pretty close, isn't it? When is winter coming, guys? Is it December? End November? And speaking of what's coming soon, when is the big Navi reveal? Oh my goodness, I'm still craving for a GPU. Sorry to go back to that topic. I really want a new GPU now. Getting frustrated with a lot of things GPU, graphics wise. It's a meme truck for you. Yeah, sure looks like a meme truck. What was it supposed to be? USS Fart? Sounds perfect. Just like those puffer fish. Won a DLC a while ago using the Renault Magnum on a Wombat event. Has sentimental value, you mean? Congrats. By the way, I can't remember who it was who said it, but I was looking at some point for Wombat's past streams. I thought someone said he switched to an ultra-wide monitor or something. But when I was looking through his footage, it seemed like the normal aspect ratio still. Or am I just looking at the different one? Hey, which one? Where do we? Is this the one? Oh, that's the one. Almost missed it. December 21. Oh, that's still pretty late. I thought it would have been sooner. Oh yeah, that's right. December, January, February. All right. I had my seasons off. Thank you. You're laughing too much. Came out stinky, huh? More ways than one. Perfect. Well, I guess autocorrect was just trying to speak his mind. Trying to speak Blast mind. You won the Black Sea DLC? Wow. Event on the ProMods Kirkness. Nice. Congrats. So any new mod, any new map, any new truck you guys are checking out? What's up with the trucking world for those who are continuously trucking? Or just enjoying the amazing stuff that we've gotten so far? All the graphics mods, the map mods, the trucks that we have. It's compatible with 138. Yeah. Now that's one smart autocorrect. Sim dashboard app. I don't know that. Is that similar to the telemetry thing? The one where it logs your speed, your different stats of your truck in real time? Oh, nice. So you could have like a tablet in front of you tracking all of those things in addition to your screen. Button box on your Android tablet. Ooh, sounds interesting. What buttons can you use with it? Driving, because the cam flipped, my driving flipped as well. Yeah, that's part of it. That's the plan. Oh, super crisp switch there for the retarder. What's not super smooth though is this one. Where am I going? Oh, I'm just going straight. My bad. Kept his old time. Yeah, time zone wasn't included in the flip. Yeah, the vampire cloak is in full effect. Count Dracula is in the house. So I haven't told you the story for the monitor arm yet. It was a bit frustrating for me. So I ordered the monitor arm last week. I was happy it arrived like 1-2 days after. It's very quick turnaround time after I ordered it. And you guys know me, I'm not very much a hardware guy. I suck at anything DIY. So I really allotted a lot of time with the setup. I had to clear out my table, finally clean it after a few years, and got rid of that extra part of the table which you can see behind me now. Should be that one, right below the monitor and the speaker. That's Mrs. Clumsy's desk now, and that extra part that's jutting out, like the monitor / speaker stand, that was previously part of my desk. That was where all my monitors were propped up against. But it was good for the monitors, but it kind of cut my table in half in terms of usable space. So it was not very efficient with the space usage. So with the monitor arm, I could remove that fully. And now, yeah, Mrs. Clumsy inherited it. But yes, so I cleaned it out. I cleared out that area. So I had a flat white table. I'll share some pictures later in Discord. And yeah, cleaned it for the first time in a few years. And started assembling bit by bit. Now, I'm no DIY guy, but I can follow instructions easily enough. So I took my time and put in the mount, assembled the arm, attached the mounts and everything was looking good until I was at that last point. So I was able to attach my main monitor, this middle one, and then I realized last moment the monitor arm, so this monitor arm has like 3 mounts, right? Because it's one for each monitor. The middle one was fine, but the ones at the side were facing that way. So they were facing sideways. Normally, ideally, they should be facing to the front, right? Because your monitor should be facing to the front, not facing to the side like that. And when I tried to tilt it, because there's a hinge there, so I tried to tilt it, I tried to rotate it, it wouldn't budge. My goodness, and I'm not the weakest guy around, so I should be able to like muscle my way through if anything should be movable. Oh my goodness, it really couldn't. So much so that I actually, this will be a bit TMI, but you know that when you pull too much on your fingernail and it kind of like lifts a bit, so you get that, it came to the point where there's blood. So I put in so much pressure that my fingernail kind of slightly got detached. It was that intense, so I really put much force in it, and it still wouldn't budge. So at the end of it all, I gave up. So what happened was my main monitor was on the arm, but my two side monitors, I had to keep the original stands. So it was like the side monitor arm was just jutting out. And I filed a ticket. I complained to the customer service, and they got back to me like a day or so after. And we were trying to troubleshoot it. Like I was saying, it wouldn't budge. And they were saying, "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm sure." And then they asked me to make a video, maybe to show them how strong I was. Use this screw, use this angle. And then I was trying it out. But yeah, before they even said it, I tried out those things already. So just to make sure that I was believable, they asked me to record a few seconds of video showing how I was trying to fix the monitor arm, and it still wouldn't budge. So after a few days again, they finally said, "Oh, okay, we had our technical guys look at it. We'll be giving you a replacement unit." So maybe the one I had was defective. It was locked too much. "Hey HUD, how are you, man?" Just telling the guys about the monitor arm story, and I now have a triple monitor arm. Look at that, you're holding traffic. Yeah, it's an overlay, private overlay for the stream. I don't see it in my screen, it's only on yours. I wish I could see it in my screen as well. Pic should be in the loading screen, indeed. Yeah, yes, thanks for joining. How are you doing, HUD? Glad you could join today. Do you have school? Man, look at those clouds, huh? Beautiful. So yes, I had trouble with that, and they said they will replace the arm, so that's great. But they wanted me to do like a trade-in basically. So when they give me the new arm, they want me to give back the old arm at that same instance, which makes sense. Normally it makes sense. But remember my setup, I already am using the arm partially because I'm just waiting for the solution. How to unscrew that, how to loosen up that joint. Maybe they'll send me some oil or some wrench or something. But they said they'll replace it. But it's installed already, and it took me half a day last Sunday to assemble the entire thing, because I'm no good at these things. So they told me they'll give the new arm, but they'll have to give back the old arm that same time. So it's like a trade-in. And I said, not going to work because I have it installed already. So give me the new arm. I'll assemble it during the weekend, and then I'll give back the old arm. And they said, no, you cannot do it because if we do that, the guys will get charged for it because they won't have the old arm with them, which makes sense, yes. So I said, okay, then let's do it this way. You charge me for the new arm, charge me the full price. So that would mean basically I would buy 2 arms, and then I will let you know when the old arm is ready for pickup, You can even charge me a delivery fee so that the guys will pick it up and then just reimburse the old arm when you get it. So that way they won't have to risk doing a money out or something like that. But they still wouldn't budge. And to be fair, the customer representative I was talking with was very accommodating. He was really trying to be flexible. So I don't have any complaints with how I interacted with him. He was replying in a very timely manner. But I think it's the process itself. I think the process is a bit rigid. Like, really, you can't allow do you not trust your customers at all? That you cannot just, leave it there and then pick it up a few days after, even if the customer is willing to pay for the full price? So that seemed very inflexible to me. So I was pretty frustrated. Not that the guy I was talking with specifically, but the company itself seemed very inflexible way of dealing with things. But then I could do nothing else, so I had to accept it. So fine. Then I started disassembling the thing. Oh, fine, I'll go back to my old rig. Thankfully, I didn't throw out the old monitor stands yet. So fine, I'll disassemble it. I got everything, I think, yesterday? The other day? Wednesday night. I started disassembling everything again, removing all the cables that I tried to cable manage the clumsy way. So everything was good. I was putting everything in the box, and then one final thing, I was like, okay, all right, here it is. Here's the arm. I'm going to fold it, but let me just try one last time if I can bend it. So I tried bending it again. Still no go. I still wouldn't bend. Okay, so it really was locked. But then I came across this idea. What if I tried bending it the other way? Like, you know how it should bend towards you, right? So there's this joint. It should bend towards me like this. But it wouldn't. That's what I've been trying to force since last week. So I thought, what if I just try bending it the opposite way, like that? And it took a bit of force, but that actually worked. So if I bend it the opposite way, it works, and it kind of unlocks the thing. And then when I bend it back forward, then it bends. And I was like, why didn't customer service tell me this one? maybe it's a unique issue. But yeah, apparently you have to bend it back to bend it forward, otherwise it wouldn't budge at all. And so yeah, the end of the story is it was a blessing in disguise. All that frustration forced me to disassemble the stuff I had way in advance. It was a blessing in disguise that I got to make it work without needing a replacement, so avoiding all the hassle. And so here we are. So I'll share some pictures later. It's nothing fancy, but I like it. And yeah, cable management, it's a work in progress. I promised myself I will complete the cable management when I get a new GPU. Until then, it's going to be laying there as it is. But that's my story. Presim is very hit or miss. You basically have to play the panel lottery if you get a good one. Yeah, well, the monitor I got from them was great, thankfully. So no complaints there at all. So much so that when I was getting the arm, I did not even look at other brands anymore. It's like, oh, I like this brand. They're pretty good. So I got it without even looking for others. Okay, here we are on our way to Iceland. Revising your Chinese exam for November 3rd. Ooh, good luck. Significant date for other reasons. What is up with November 3? Wait a minute, I'm missing something, I think. Hey, Mr. Zandra. Thank you for joining. Sorry, came back to chat a bit late. I was too engrossed with telling my story. But yeah, so I got in touch with customer service and told them no need to send a new one. I figured out the problem. And then I told them in the future, if some similar issue happens with another customer, tell them to bend it back first before bending it forward. But yeah, I think maybe it's a unique issue. I think it's more of a malfunction on my specific unit that caused it. But yeah, I realized I really hate hardware stuff. As much as I can, I try to avoid it. That's why I suck at cable management. But it's a necessary evil. And it's exciting to a point, but it's just not for me. Like I would rather engross myself in the software stuff. That's why I don't like RGB, because it requires more fiddling with hardware and positioning, and I'm so bad at it. It's just being tight, not a locking mechanism at all, not from what I could see. Because it has some like bolts in it, and normally you should be able to unscrew it. They did give out like these L-shaped things which you can put in the opening, and then you can knot it out. But even that was so hard. I even made a video on that, the one they asked me to make, and it really wouldn't budge. But yeah, turning it to the back and then forward worked, surprisingly. I have no explanation for it, but yeah, it worked. You like the road layout in Scotland? Yes, very nice. Is this? Am I in the right spot, guys? Oh yeah, because we're not yet in Iceland, we're in Faroe Islands. Right. That's why I was a bit weirded out. Oh, I've never been into these areas. But this guy's still standing there talking on his phone. Who? Sorry, missed it. It's election day today? Oh, make sure you guys vote. If it's election day, is there work? I remember in the Philippines, I think it's a day off so that everyone could go and vote. Standing beside the entrance of the ferry. Oh, I missed the guy. It's not a day off. Oh man, that sucks. Would have been a nice excuse. Would have made it a long weekend. So how would you vote if you have work? Can you vote after office hours, or how does that normally go? Or do you have to take a leave? But then if they're expecting everyone to vote, then everyone would go on leave, right? I'm not sure how that works. There's a debate going on today on actual election day. Isn't there like a, what do you call it? Like a cooling off period, like one day before the election, all the campaigning stop? Don't you have that in the US? The polling locations open early and stay open late. Ah, I see. So they work around the normal office hours time. That's nice. Just don't hit anything. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Zanra. Yes. So what Alex mentioned, Track IR, that is a device. So you see the three reflectors in my cap. So these three reflectors, there is a separate device, like a camera thing, on the monitor, on top of the monitor, sitting on top of the monitor, that is tracing these reflectors. And it's in that way it's able to detect which way my head is facing. So it translates that, does some math computations, and it moves the camera accordingly. It's very nice. It's like semi-VR in a way, if you think about it. Very nice clouds there. Too bad we're going again. Ah, debate is today. Election is November 3rd. Ah, I see. So that's the significant event. I see. Ooh, where are we going? Bergen? No. There. Seos Ferrer. That's the one. Where did I buy it? We have a local seller here in Singapore, but depending on your country, you might get it differently. I think there is something in Amazon. I think they sell it in Amazon also. Yes, that's normal Octavians. This game only uses a very little percentage of your CPU normally, and it mostly uses a single thread. So it can max out that thread, but if you have multiple threads, multiple cores, if you look at the total CPU usage, it might seem like you're using only 10%, but it's just like the full thread of your CPU, of your entire CPU. And yes, it is much more GPU intensive, especially outside the cities. Inside cities, it gets a bit more CPU intensive, but still, it's only a single thread that gets used most of the time. There you go. Thanks, Alex. I cannot recommend it enough. TrackIR has been a must-have for me for every sim that I try. Like, to the point that if a game does not support TrackIR, if a sim does not support it, I would have second thoughts in getting into it. It's been such an immersive experience for me. Not everyone likes it though, so it's better if you try first. Like for example, Alex is not a fan of the entire head tracking thing on himself. Yeah, because it depends on your taste, and sometimes maybe you get dizzy, maybe it feels unnatural. So try it first. But yeah, for me, I just really like the idea, so I got into it and I've been using it ever since. How long have I been using this? 2 years at least, maybe 3 years now. I really like it. Yeah. SnowRunner with TrackIR would have been great. Don't think they have any plans though. Hey Jakey, thanks for joining. How are you? Oh, I thought he didn't use TrackIR at all. Do you use TrackIR, Alex? I thought you used the mouse. Yeah. Hello, Iceland. It's been a while. Man, you can see the age of this area, huh? This place looks very dated. Look at the textures. Don't even know where you put it. What was your first impression of it, Alex? Did you get to try it before? I know some people didn't really like the way it felt unnatural. So it's really a taste thing. That's bright, and with Naturalux especially, the whites can be a bit overexposed. You use the Track Clip Pro wirelessly, the one that attaches to the headphones. Oh, Track Clip. It's this one. Right. Sid still didn't like wearing crap on your head. Oh, that one attaches to the headphones, yeah. But you use speakers, right? So that wouldn't really fit what you want. Maybe the Tobii Eye Tracker would be great for you. I watched Wombat's review on the latest OBI tracker. Was it OBI tracker 5 or something? And he said it's very good, even better than Track IR, I think, but no need to wear anything. But it is very pricey. I think it's even more expensive than Track IR. But in terms of accuracy and smoothness of motion, he says it's the best he's tried based on that review. It was a very honest review. But yeah, he said he didn't advise people to buy it, mainly because it was too expensive for what it can do. Available in your country. You mean Track IR? Yeah, you can go and try the other options, like what Stinkelyama said. There are other options in there. Face Track No IR. Recently, there's also been an Android iOS app. You buy it very cheap, and it tracks your head movements. So you just face the camera, like you place the phone in front of your monitor, so it has visibility on your face, and it tracks your head movements. I would imagine that would work in other sims, not only in Flight Sim. But it has become quite famous since the release of Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know the name though, but it's just an app. So you basically just buy the app for a couple of bucks and you have a head tracking mechanism. Oh, maybe Alex, that will work for you too. Because you don't need to wear anything there. Just place the phone in front of your face or in front of the monitor. I think he just hated wearing the headphones. I can imagine. Headset and mic. What headset? So when we're playing together like Raft, don't you have like the speaker still set up? Like the speaker and then your fancy mic with included ambient sounds? Yeah, I can't remember the name of the app. Try googling head tracking app iOS or head tracking app Android and let me know what name comes up. I might be able to recognize it from the name. Oh, you use headphones on your MP, I see. I still don't like it. Yeah, some people use headphones all throughout normally. Yeah, for me, if I'm playing offline, I would normally use speakers. I'm normally not a fan of wearing stuff on my head as well. I'm not a fan of caps in general. I only wear a cap when I'm driving or flying for track IR purposes only. And then before, you remember I had earphones when I didn't have ears. That was nice. It looked cool. But I figured out I was getting this weird, like my jaw, whenever I would open it, would be cracking. You would hear that crack and it was scary. I initially thought it was because of all the classes I've been attending, because I have a tendency to, gnash my teeth, grind my teeth if I'm having a hard time in a gym. Like if I'm struggling, I can feel sometimes that I'm like moving my mouth or something, like I'm grinding my teeth. So I thought initially it was because of the gym, but I figured out later on the thing that was causing my jaw to crack whenever I open it was actually the headphones, because I was wearing the headphones like this, right, for 3 hours while streaming, and it was too tight for me, so it was like compressing my head to the point that it was not healthy for my jaw. So now that I've switched to earbuds, some just cheap earbuds that came with my old phone. I don't have that cracking anymore. Even if I'm still going to the gym, even if I'm still doing the classes. So yeah, for me, headphones also for long periods of time, it doesn't work. Or at least that particular headphones. It sounds nice, but not healthy for my jaw. Earphones which come with the phone. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm using. Head tracker or open track. I think those are those mobile apps, iOS, Android apps. I think those are desktop apps, aren't they? Open track sounds familiar. Maybe it's head tracker. Yeah, but I can understand. Having a corded thing on you can be a bit limiting. I know I've wished for having wireless headphones for some time, but with my setup, wireless headphones I can do, but there would be a bit of delay, and I don't like putting in any kind of delay in there, so I stick to a corded one. And with that, I get the corded limitations and the restriction on the mobility. Oh, this one is pretty interesting. Even if the textures from afar are a bit low res, overall it looks great, doesn't it? Let's take a photo here. Hey Nordic, thanks for following. Same with what? Sorry, I think I missed the train of thought. Oh, you mean with the headphones? Yeah, it's same for me. You got the tennis visor, yeah. I have the same problem. This is actually my second cap. The first cap I had was a bit the normal one, like cotton and stuff. But it was too hot, especially here in Singapore with no air conditioning in an enclosed room in the middle of the day. It gets really hot. And eventually I found like a sports cap. So this is like the material of this one is more like the one you wear when you go to the gym. That like airflowy kind of thing. So it's much more comfy. Not the best looking screenshot, but I'll take it. Thanks for joining, Nordic. Snow is low res. Yeah, it looks like in this one though, it looks like the texture is a bit stretched. Open track was the one you tried. Latency was too much for you. Yeah, that's what I like about Track IR. It's like no latency at all, at least nothing I can distinguish. Super smooth. The price I pay that I have to wear a cap, I'll gladly pay it for no latency. Yeah, CQP at 25 I think I'm at. 25 or 28? Probably 25. I fiddle with those every now and then, but I think currently I'm at 25. It results to around 30 gigs of footage for this VOD in particular, for the trucking. For a 3-hour trucking stream, that's around 30 gigs in space. Yeah, the map itself is from ProMods, Iceland. Lights are open, good. It's been a while since we've gone here, huh? It's nice to be back. Very different scenery. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the textures, and I'm not sure if that was overwritten by Project Next Gen or this is really how it looks. Slow it down. Thanks, Jay. very nice skies there. Oh, and there are those, what do you call them? Like geysers or whatnot. Nothing new here to explore. Yeah, it's been a while. Although I don't think I've ever gone to the top though, the northernmost portion of Iceland. I don't think I've ever gone there. I think I've seen a video from Squirrel back like years ago when it first released. It has been a while. Oh, by the way, thanks to this monitor arm, well, I was able to now go with the all landscape layout monitors, so everything is horizontal. But at the end of it, I reverted to northeastern region. I reverted to having the two monitors on the side in portrait mode again, because it looked so. It didn't look very nice having everything in landscape, but the side monitors are small because my side monitors are only 23 inch and this middle one is 27 inches. So when you have them side by side, the side monitors look very pitiful. Like, oh, I feel bad for you. Because they're too small and they have this like large bezels. So it doesn't look very nice. So at the end of it, I made them portrait again and now it looks a bit more professional. Let me try and take a photo here. Maybe I can share this with you, this exact one that I'm seeing. If, yeah, with all the cables and everything. Would it be possible to have ultra wide? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is great. Okay. You'll see the cable mess I have. Oh my goodness, this is shameful. Okay, thanks to the Samsung S20 Plus, I have an ultra wide lens. So I can show you everything. I'll share it in Discord later. That's not even half the cables. Most of the cables are below. So, be warned. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. I chose the worst spot to stop. Push, guys, push. Let's make this guy as a hinge. Save me, car. There we go. Hey, Pink. Thanks for joining. Rohan, perfect timing. Oh yeah, I've heard very good things about Handbrake. I actually have it. But from my needs, I don't actually need to lower the file size. Because I can just upload it immediately and it will take like 10 minutes. So no problems with size, and then I just put it in my hard drive afterwards. But yeah, for those with limitations on the upload speed, definitely will help if you make it pass through Handbrake first. Bit of processing time, but that will help lessen the upload time. Sorry. Stay inside so it's not that noisy. How are you doing, Rohan? Busy at school? Have you had chance to play something recently? Chain tires, oh yes, no runner type. There we go. Thank you. Yellow car at the back and the Scania truck at the back there. Yellow makes good brakes. Now we know. Make me feel bad about your upload speeds. Yeah, that's the only thing I have going for me. Might not have the best rig, but at least internet wise, pretty good. F. Press F for respect. Hey Zales. Or is it Zales? Sorry, let me know how it is. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. College, yuck. Still hating on college? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess during these times you can't really love it, huh? It's a workaround at best. I hope things get back to normal. Because normal college, I think you will love. I have a hard time choosing which I like better, college or high school. What have you been playing recently? Oi! Sorry, didn't notice it was a red light. The complete PC specs should be in the About page in my YouTube. So exclamation point YouTube gets you there, then go to About. But the high level of it, I have a GTX 1070. Craving for an upgrade. A Ryzen 3700X. 32 gigs of RAM and a very basic SSD, Samsung 850 EVO. Playing Forza Motorsport. I always cannot remember. Is Forza Motorsport the simulation racing, the sim racing, or the arcade racing? Those are both Forza, right? Horizon and Motorsport. Hey Nixo. Oh man, I feel your pain. Yeah, the economy, because of the things are going, it's like a snowball effect, right? Lots of industries are getting affected. Sorry to hear that, man. Hope you get one soon. Yeah, same with us. We're all in a rocky boat as well in terms of job security. We've always been in that place, working here in Singapore, but even more so now. So, hang tight. Yeah, not really. 32 gigs, not really. I go over 16. Oh, look at that. Drive caution. Snow ahead. I get over 16, so maybe around 16 to 20. But I don't think I've ever gotten beyond 20. But yeah, still, that would help avoid those stutters. I only recently upgraded to 32, and I did notice less stutters, especially in Flight Sim. Especially with all the apps open. Definitely much faster loading times. Vroom vroom. Arcade 3 plus. How can a racing game be played by a 3-year-old? Type R. So that's basically GTA 5, but only the racing part. The car part. It's fun though, I can imagine. Good way to de-stress. Type YAR. Oh my goodness. And they're back. Just like that. So how are things going where you guys live? Are still affected in terms of what, economy, jobs, able to go out, things like that? My favorite podcaster, he caught the COVID. Dang it. I think he's doing fairly okay. Symptoms aren't severe because he's still releasing shows, but yeah, my goodness, it's scary. Hey! Thank you for subbing. 2-month streak. Super fartastic. Oh, reminds me of USS Fart, doesn't it, Jack and Alex? GG man, thank you. And thanks for giving me that K-pop emote. BTS for the win. Armies! Oh my goodness, that's too bright. Let's turn that off. My pleasure, man, more than my pleasure. I love hanging out with you guys. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I'm not so excited with ETS2 and ATS recently, as you guys might be able to infer. I'm super hyped about Flight Sim, so I would love to always fly as much as possible. But these streams I really look forward to, because Truck Sim is like the perfect game for hanging out. So I don't have that much workload, and that means I can spend a lot more time chatting with you guys and hanging out. With Flight Sim, it's the sim I like more these days, but I'm too busy simming that I don't have enough time to hang out. Yeah, so the chatting is minimal in those cases. Like in every Wednesday, the workload gets intense. So oftentimes I would be missing a lot of chat messages, and during cruise, I would be available, but everyone would have left already by that time, or everyone would be chilling already and lurking. Just no problem, but yeah. So the timing isn't the best. But with trucking, it's like a constant just driving, and I always, I would have more time to look at chat. So it's much better for hanging out. And I do look forward to these streams every week as well. So goes both ways. Thanks a lot, man, for the support. This is a great outlet for these trying times. Let me see. Almost AAA level game from India called Raji. Ooh, what's it about? So it was released by an Indian developer, Indian company. That's cool. And you guys are good. Neighbors did not believe in the last few days. Oh my goodness. Stay safe, man. Stay safe. So in your area, it's still prevalent. Oh my goodness, look at that. Beautiful. Oh yes, ATS has developed so much. So much so that ETS2 and ATS are almost at the same level for me now. Before I was more of an ETS2 fan. But now with all the DLCs, all the mods, getting pretty close. Now what angle would we choose here, guys, to have that nice effect? Kinda-ish. PNG for ATS. Yeah, the problem with PNG for ATS is it's only skyboxes. I remember, right? Yeah, and the skyboxes of Project Next Gen in general are a bit too dark. That's the main problem I see with them. So you have this fluctuating brightness where inside the cab it's bright. If you look out, the cab becomes too dark. So you can't appreciate it as much. There's too much a difference in the exposure of the sky versus the inside interior. But are you referring to the free PNG for ATS or the paid one? I think the free one might be a bit more balanced in that case. There's a lot more variety in the skyboxes for the paid one, but I think the exposure issue is a bit more apparent there as well. If I remember correctly, the PNG for ATS, the free one, is pretty lightweight. Just improves the skyboxes a bit but doesn't change anything else. Yeah, NL in ETS2. Skybox is amazing indeed. Have you guys heard from Kirill recently? Any news if he's making a comeback? Not sure how he's been doing these days. Crap, it's almost 11? My goodness, time flies. Too quiet. Oh, that's too bad. Hope he's doing good. Maybe he's retired already. Yeah, I would have loved to love Project Next Gen. It's great, the textures, most of the stuff are working, the skyboxes themselves look great. It's just the exposure that's the problem. And with the latest release, that problem is still there, although it has been a bit improved. But Damian was saying, he replied to my video when I featured it, that it will be improved further later on. Hey, thanks for following. Feel free to join us in chat. Join the fun. Hey, we haven't talked about food yet. That's a miracle. I should reach out to him. I have been planning to for the longest time, but I always keep forgetting, as always. If I remember, I'll check up on him. My goodness. Yeah, I've been saying that since forever, huh? All right. Yeah, that's a good point, Octavian. People are saying it's what? Russia, Ukraine, eastern side. It's pretty promising. Arias must not be happy with that one though. But yeah, there is only so much where you can expand into. But what about pizza? Oh, we had pizza the other week. My goodness, yes. I can't remember the occasion. Wait a minute, 1 sec. But yeah, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, I think we were still continuing to celebrate Mrs. Clumsy's birthday, and we ordered pizza. And I was telling her, when the pizza arrives, I'll take a picture and I'll share it with the guys. But when the pizza arrived, you know what happened? You know what happens when pizza arrives? It gets decimated, right? The moment it lands on the table, from gone. And by the time I remembered that I had to take a picture, only the box was left. So that's why no picture came. But yeah, it's the thought that counts. Next time, that's a good excuse to buy pizza again. Toasted cheese sandwich. Oh, yum. I haven't had breakfast yet. I will have lunch later though. There is a nice restaurant near us we can order in. Chicken curry with very gourmet-ish feels. Oh, I can taste it already. Hey, Gamaste! Have you joined the VA yet? The VA is live. Oh, you're not on Thunder yet, are you? I think I'm mixing things up. If you ever go on Thunder, feel free to join the VA. Meat Feast Pizza yesterday. SCS adds Canada to ATS. Well, we have ProMods picking up the slack for that one. I have no idea how much there is in terms of progress, how ready it is, when it will be released, but looks like development is ongoing and it's really taking shape. So we should have a part of Canada coming soon. Soon. Trademark. As a fellow pizza lover, you say it's fine. Who takes picture of food? I take picture of food for the gram. For the Instagram, right? If I remember that is, oftentimes I don't remember. I am too hungry to remember. Yeah. Oh my goodness, here we go again. No. Has there been a new term that was developed because of this quarantining we've been doing? I know there were a lot of memes, but has nothing replaced yet? Nice colorful houses there. Reminds me of Scandinavia. Girlfriend works at Subway and he keeps saying you'll try it but never get around to it. Will it be free? Will she treat you? That would be nice. I had a period where I really liked Subway. Now not so much anymore, but I don't have anything against it. It's not in my list of favorites. No. Don't bother, Rohan. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, yet is a very old term. That's why I'm wondering if there's something that replaced it yet. Because I would have imagined someone would have invented a new term with everything that's been happening. People have a lot of time on their hands. At least some people do. Oh my goodness, it's getting dark and it's raining. What else? And it's 11. Phew, saved! Yet emote. Where did it go? Pronounced similar to Jeep. Oh, is it? Oh, that's fine. I'm going to keep pronouncing it as Yet so it's obvious that I'm not part of that group. I can distance myself from that group. It's Yet, right? Although that probably makes me seem older. That probably is more evidence of my age than anything. Now I'm wondering. Well, let's see. It's a must watch. I don't think she will. New term is inop. Oh yes, that's true. I love that. There was a video recently for Flight Sim. I think there was a Flight Sim feature in YouTube. And so, of course, the marketing team was publishing it in their social media pages. And then there was someone who commented, I wanted to click the thumbs up button, but it was inop. Or something along those lines. And if you're a flight simmer, a Microsoft flight simmer, you would definitely be able to relate to that statement. Yes, I think inop is the new thing. Inop is the new Yet, and that one I can definitely relate with. Or maybe we should start the Big Ben. The Big Ben. Jack is still here, we shouldn't use Big Ben. Triggering continues. Okay, there's a rest area up ahead. I think we can end the stream there. Raining in Iceland. Doesn't it rain here? Does it only snow here? I have no idea. You may see a Yeti. Was that supposed to be a pun? Or did I just think of that? I think that was intentional. Thank goodness it wasn't me. time is it anyway? I have no idea. Oh! What's that? Truck suddenly fidgeted. I think it's itching somewhere. Must be that new rain physics. Probably slid over somewhere. Here we are. Fancy hotel in the middle of nowhere. I'll take it. Truck it. Alright. Perfect parking. Can't believe it either, Alex. You seem to have gone younger by 10 years. Just with that statement. There we go. There we go. Thanks, Worst Gamer. No problem, man. We're also ending the stream. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining me. It was a bit of a slow start and a bit of a troubleshooting stream, but thanks for hanging out. As I mentioned, I look forward to these every week, so appreciate it. Catch you guys on Discord in the meantime, and I'll continue in improving. Oh, and I'll share the pictures of the best cable management ever. Don't judge me. I will fix that maybe when I get the new GPU. Thanks for joining, and if you want to see the fancy cable management skills I have, go and join Discord, and I will post it in there very, very soon. Yet video on Discord. Let me delete that first, and you can hop on the Discord. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend, and bye. Catch you there. Clumsy trucking. Thank you, and bye-bye. Yeah.